live session today. Yes, I want to talk about 419. 419. Yes, what does it actually mean? What does 419 actually mean? Many people generally know it as Yahoo and all of that. So it's more than that. Yes, Yahoo is actually part of it. So what is the origin? How did it start? So okay, fast forward, we can trace it back to the Criminal Code Act in section 419, that is section 419, which talks about obtaining property, yes, or benefit by false pretense. Yes, that is actually the real name, the real offense of 419. It is section 419 of the Criminal Code Act. So the Criminal Code Act is the law that penalizes offenses, defines and punishes offenses in the southern part of Nigeria, while in the northern part of Nigeria is a penal code. So Nigeria practices a dual criminal justice system. The north has their own code, that is a penal code, while the south has their own criminal code. So that section 419, yes, analyzes or criminalizes obtaining property, obtaining money, obtaining benefit by false pretense. For example, when someone um, misrepresent himself or represent himself as is the owner of a property, is a landlord, while the person is not the owner, so he prepares fake receipt, fake tenancy agreement, and collects the rent from the tenant, and the tenant enters into the premises and later finds that that particular person is not the landlord. The real landlord now appears. So that is one clear example of 419. And then there are other cases too where you receive email, maybe from an online vendor, that he will say you should invest 5,000 to get 20,000. And he actually did that, and the person blocks you. Yes, that is 419. There is also a particular celebrity, yes, recently that went viral, that pretended as if she was sick, she was having some terminal disease or sickness. I'm sure you must have heard of that particular story. So she pretended, and then people started donating money for her. So if you check the video, you will see that she was charged under section 419 of the Criminal Code Act. Yes, so that is the origin. That is how the name became popular, 419. Yes, that is the origin. It is traceable to the Nigerian Criminal Code. Now, so many young people don't actually know that Yahoo is an offense. They see it as a trend, as a common thing, and it's just a way to make money. They call it that they are smart, but actually, it is an offense. You will pretend as if you are doing a service to somebody, and the person will pay you in dollars, and you run away with the money. That is one clear example of 419. Now, the punishment for 419 is actually a felony, an offense called felony, and it is 3 years imprisonment. 3 years imprisonment. Yes, but there is a recent law called the Advanced Fraud Fee Act. Yes, Advanced Fraud Act. Yes, that actually gives a severe punishment. Yes, the Criminal Code Act says um, 3 years. While the Advanced Field Act says a minimum of 7 years, and then maximum of 20 years. So if the money that is involved is up to 1,000 and above, the person defrauds 1,000 and above, and the person is caught. So the person will be sentenced to 7 years imprisonment. So if it is a bigger offense, it will be more than that, can be up to maximum of 20 years. So it is something that is very bad. There is no gain or long-term gain in getting involved in those kind of activities. So 419 is an offense. Yahoo Plus, pickpockets, deceiving somebody, collecting the person's money by false pretense, it is an offense and punishable by law. Yeah, someone says I should speak in French. I mean in Spanish. I actually don't know how to speak Spanish. Please, you can look for an interpreter. I don't know how to um, say something in Spanish. I speak English. We were colonized by the Britain, yes, and we inherited the English language as our official language. So I will look for a way to use a multiple language so that you can hear. So it is a crime. Stay free from crime. Stay free from crime. There is dignity in labor. There is dignity in labor. Defrauding somebody will only land you in problem. It will land you in problem. Sit down. It takes some level of smartness to actually um, convince another person to give you money, and then you run away with it. You can use that same energy, you can use that same intelligence, you can use that same smartness and channel it to a positive vibe or positive thing. You can actually use that same smartness and intelligence to do something positive and meaningful for your life. Yes. So defrauding people, obtaining money by false pretense, stealing people's money and all of that can only cut short your life, because just that it will take time. But in some cases, it may not even take time. The law will surely come after you, will get caught up with you. So stay free from crime. Sit down and do meaningful activities for yourself and your family. Sit down and plan your life. You will succeed without necessarily breaking the law. You will succeed without necessarily committing crime. You will succeed without necessarily stealing or obtaining things by false pretense. Remember, the Advanced Fraud Act increased the punishment from 3 years to 7 years minimum, and then maximum of 20 years. Is that how you want to spend your life in prison for 20 years because of $10,000, $20,000, and all of that? So there is dignity in labor. There is dignity in labor. Stay free from crime. Stay free from crime. Thank you for your time.